Good evening, I'm Ava, and welcome to NFL Trending. Tonight, we spotlight one of the most intriguing young quarterbacks preparing to make his leap into the National Football League, Shedeur Sanders. From his college dominance to the challenges awaiting him at the professional level, Sanders is already at the center of heated debates. Adding to the conversation, Kansas City Chiefs superstar tight end Travis Kelce has publicly shown support for Sanders, giving the young quarterback a boost of confidence as he faces scrutiny. Let's dive into the full story. Shedeur Sanders, son of NFL Hall of Famer and Colorado Buffaloes head coach Deion Sanders, has become one of the most talked-about prospects in recent memory. His journey is far from ordinary. With the spotlight on him since his days at Jackson State and continuing at Colorado, Sanders has lived under the weight of high expectations. His poise, accuracy, and leadership have turned heads, but his NFL transition is shaping up to be anything but easy. The first challenge Sanders faces is the sheer skepticism that comes with being Deion's son. While many acknowledge his talent, critics argue that the spotlight has inflated his status. Some analysts claim his production came in spurts and that his consistency will be tested once he steps onto an NFL field. Questions about his ability to read complex defenses, handle relentless pressure, and maintain composure in hostile environments remain unanswered. Scouts love his arm strength and pocket awareness, but they also point to tendencies, holding onto the ball too long and taking sacks, that must be corrected before he thrives against NFL-caliber defenses. Adding to the challenge is the quarterback draft class he's entering. Names like Caleb Williams, Drake May, and J.J. McCarthy dominate the conversation. While Sanders has carved out his own place in the discussion, he's often ranked just outside the very top tier. For Shedeur, that means he'll need to prove he belongs in the same sentence as the so-called can't-miss prospects. The NFL isn't just about talent. It's about timing, opportunity, and the ability to quickly adapt. But beyond on-field challenges, Sanders also faces the off-field noise. As the son of Coach Prime, every mistake he makes will be magnified, every throw dissected, and every decision criticized. Social media has amplified this microscope. Some fans and critics argue he's being overhyped because of his family name. Others believe he's being unfairly doubted for the same reason. It's a difficult tightrope to walk, and very few young quarterbacks have ever entered the league with this much outside pressure attached. This is where Travis Kelce's voice enters the conversation. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end, a two-time Super Bowl champion and one of the most respected leaders in the NFL, recently shared his thoughts about Sanders. Kelce praised the young quarterback's composure and talent, emphasizing that success at the next level is about growth, resilience, and surrounding yourself with the right teammates. For Shedeur Sanders, hearing that kind of support from one of the NFL's biggest stars is invaluable. Kelce didn't stop there. He spoke about the importance of patience in quarterback development, pointing to examples like Patrick Mahomes, who benefited from sitting behind a veteran before taking over the Chiefs. He noted that while Sanders may not be a finished product right away, the tools are there for him to thrive. It's a reminder that even the best quarterbacks take time to adjust to the speed, complexity, and physicality of the NFL. Support from Kelce also resonates because of what the tight end represents. Kelce is not only a future Hall of Famer but also one of the league's most respected voices. His backing signals to NFL locker rooms, coaches, and executives that Sanders is a player worth betting on. In a league where confidence and perception matter almost as much as talent, that endorsement can go a long way. Of course, Shedeur Sanders isn't resting on praise. Those close to him say he's approaching this next chapter with humility and determination. He's aware that critics are questioning his ability to handle the NFL spotlight. He's aware that defenders will be bigger, faster, and smarter. And he knows that the margin for error is razor thin. But if his college career showed anything, it's that Sanders thrives under pressure. Time and again, he delivered clutch throws late in games, leading comeback drives and refusing to fold when adversity struck. That resilience will serve him well. Still, the challenges awaiting him are real. In college, Sanders operated behind defensive lines that often struggled to protect him, leading to a high sack total. In the NFL, Pocket protection is far from guaranteed, and quarterbacks must make quicker decisions. Critics argue that if he doesn't speed up his internal clock, defenses will punish him. On top of that, adjusting to NFL playbooks, loaded with complex terminology, audibles, and disguises, can overwhelm young signal callers. Sanders will have to accelerate his learning curve to keep pace. Another challenge lies in leadership. As a quarterback, Sanders won't just be judged by his stats. He'll be judged by how he commands a huddle, earns respect from veteran teammates, and handles adversity in front of millions of viewers. While his father's presence has been a guiding force, Shedeur will have to carve his own leadership identity in the NFL. Travis Kelce's advice here rings especially true. Leadership isn't about being perfect, it's about being authentic and consistent. From a team perspective, the fit will also matter. Some franchises are better equipped to nurture a young quarterback, while others have historically failed in development. If Sanders lands with a stable coaching staff and a strong supporting cast, his odds of success rise dramatically. If he's thrown into chaos, a struggling roster, no offensive line, constant coordinator changes, the challenges could multiply. NFL history is filled with talented quarterbacks whose careers were derailed by poor circumstances. Sanders' future could hinge on where he lands. Yet, despite the questions, Sanders has an edge that can't be measured on paper: confidence. Much like his father, Shedeur carries himself with a quiet belief in his abilities. That mindset will be critical as he transitions to the NFL. Confidence doesn't guarantee success, but a lack of it almost always guarantees failure. And with mentors like Deion Sanders at home and vocal supporters like Travis Kelce in the league, Shedeur is building a foundation of belief that could carry him through tough times. The story of Shedeur Sanders is far from finished. He's stepping into a league that will test him in every possible way, physically, mentally, and emotionally. He'll face doubters, defensive schemes designed to confuse him, and the constant comparisons to other young quarterbacks. But he'll also have opportunities to prove himself, to silence critics, and to build a legacy separate from his father's. With talent, resilience, and support from respected voices like Travis Kelce, Sanders has the chance to defy expectations. As the NFL draft approaches and Shedeur prepares for his leap, the spotlight will only grow brighter. Fans, analysts, and critics will all be watching. And while the road ahead won't be easy, it's clear that Shedeur won't be walking it alone. With the right mindset, the right team, and the right guidance, he could become one of the league's most compelling young stars.